This week, a slew of companies said they were boycotting Twitter, and Elon said he's fine with that. Well, he didn't use those words exactly.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money,
But we'll get to that. First, here's some background. Last Wednesday, Elon replied to a post that read, Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Elon's reply was, you have said the actual truth. Boy, that's pretty reckless. I can't believe he didn't clarify.
Musk then clarified. He said, quote, the ADL unjustly attacks the majority of the West, despite the majority of the West supporting the Jewish people in Israel. This is because they cannot, by their own tenets, criticize the minority groups who are their primary threat. It is not right, and it needs to stop. And then Musk continued, you are right that this does not extend to all Jewish communities. It is not just limited to the ADL.
But still, I'm sure Ben Shapiro doesn't think he has a point.
That's a much more specific point, and it's certainly true. There are a lot of liberal Jewish organizations.
But all the clarification in the world wouldn't stop what came next. The ADL and Media Matters pounced. Media Matters called for an advertiser boycott, and Apple, IBM, Lionsgate, Paramount Global, Sony, and Warner Brothers Discovery, and Disney all pulled their ads. So did Stephen Colbert's show, but unfortunately no one noticed. Here's Elon's reflections on the controversy.
I should, in retrospect, not have replied to that particular person, and I should have written in greater length as to what I meant. I did subsequently clarify it in replies, but those clarifications were ignored by the media, and essentially I handed a loaded gun to those who hate me, and arguably to those who are anti-Semitic. For that, I'm quite sorry. That was not my intention. So I did, post on my primary timeline to be absolutely clear that I'm not anti-Semitic, and that I, in fact, if anything, am philo-Semitic. And the trip to Israel was planned before any of that happened.
To some, this sounded like he was walking things back because of the uproar, but I just take it as a summary of what he actually thinks. He's not waffling, he's just not an ideologue. Elon's just a simple man who wants to own libs and colonize Mars. You heard him mention it there, but after all this happened, Elon went on a trip to Israel to meet with the leaders there. People assume that he went to try to quiet criticism and win advertisers back, but that's not how Elon saw it.
There's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
But
go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob.
Guess that answers that. But yeah, if Bob Iger is going to blackmail someone with money, I wouldn't go with the richest man in the world. Elon could afford to buy Disney and murder Mickey live on ABC. But he went with a more indirect tactic, suggesting that his followers might boycott the companies that tried to play hardball with him.
And you think that the public is going to say that Disney is making a mistake?
Yes.
And they're going to boycott Disney?
They already are.
Brutal. But he's right. Disney is not in a strong place right now. It turns out that they were already screwing themselves. And they can't blame all their problems on this guy.
In September 2020, he did all of that until...
This year, Disney has put out a string of theatrical flops. Indiana Jones 5, Ant-Man 3, The Marvels, Wish, they all lost money. Things are so bad at Disney, they had to fill Scrooge McDuck's vault with IOUs. And their linear TV revenue continues to slip. Last month, they even had to hike their streaming prices. And as you might have predicted, people took Elon's words to heart. Cancel Hulu and cancel Disney Plus are now both breakout trends on Google Trends. Oh no, without Disney Plus, where will I get all my gay Pixar shorts? Then there's Media Matters. As if to prove once and for all that he's not anti-Semitic, Elon introduced them to his lawyers. He launched a lawsuit against Media Matters, saying that they manipulated the data to make it look bad to advertisers. Twitter's current model is dependent on ads, so this lawsuit makes sense. But swooping in to save the day is Andrew Tate. He promised to stand by Musk, tweeting, "I will advertise X on X. I will literally promote your own platform on this platform. $1 million a month. You don't need other advertisers. Simply let me know where to pay Elon Musk." It sounds tempting, but if I were Elon, I wouldn't take money from Andrew Tate. I don't want to see Elon reduced to being Tate's latest cam girl. No Photoshop for that one. In the same interview, Musk talked about his other company, Tesla.
Tesla has done more to help the environment than all other companies combined. It would be fair to say that, therefore, as a leader of the company, I've done more for the environment than everyone else, any single human on Earth.
Tesla has also done a lot for people who want to protect themselves from, to use Ben Shapiro's phrase, people who hate Westerners. The interviewer asked Musk how he felt about doing good. And if there are any children or TGC readers in the room, I invite you to cover your ears.
I'm saying what I care about is the reality of goodness, not the perception of it. And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil. F*** them.
It's true. Elon has done a lot of good, and he doesn't care what the bad guys think of him. This is an attitude that we should emulate. You can call him brash, but you should also thank God for him. Elon has already made the world a better place for the good guys. But if things go south down here, we can always go with plan B. Quick note, I hate to say it, but there won't be a show next week. However, we'll do our best to make it up to you the week after. Until then, if you need more weight in your life, just rewatch all the previous episodes. Twice if you feel like it.